Greetings YouTube and welcome back to my channel. It is another beautiful day here in Italy. I've got loads of miles ahead of me. I'm heading south. Sicily is within my sights. Let's have it! Right, whilst my breakfast heats up, let me show you where I went on the map yesterday and where I intend to go today. So yesterday I had to make a decision about whether I took a non-motorway 7 or so hour ride to get to the coast, or I just got to the coast in 3 hours or so, and I decided to do the motorway and paid the toll, which came to about €27, which I didn't think was too bad given the amount of miles I covered. And this is what I did yesterday. So I started in Ivrea or Ivrea, I'm not quite sure how to say it, and I blasted down the motorway to Genova, and then I worked my way along the coast to this wonderful, wonderful place called Rio Gamora, I think, something like that. I then worked my way to Pisa, which at this current second I'm struggling to find, along the coast, avoiding motorways. I ceremoniously turned off the motorway function on the sat-nav. That was a really, really slow road, took forever. Got to Pisa, saw the tower. The tower was cool. And then I came south a bit further, and I'm inland ever so slightly, somewhere around here, on this very rustic rural campsite. I'll have to excuse the mess in Two Wheel Dreamer Towers this morning. It is a little bit messy. The bike is covered in condensation. Breakfast is on the go. Here's my plan for today. Okay, so as I just said, I hope you can see this, somewhere around here. Now, I'm going to work my way down the coast. It's tempted to call in at Rome, but I've been to Rome before. I may call in at Rome on the way home. I'll see how much time I've got, but it would gobble up a whole load of time if I go into Rome today. Obviously, you could spend a week there and still not see everything, and certainly a day wouldn't cover it, and it would just be a whistle stop visit. So I'm going to keep working my way down the coast, down the coast, down the coast, down the coast, and hopefully end up somewhere around Naples, Napoli today, where I may find an Airbnb or campsite or whatever. I then am going to make my way to the Amalfi Coast, and that will be tomorrow, I'm sure. And then I might even get as far as Sicily tomorrow. I really need to be in Sicily within 3 days from now. This is day 4. I'm away for, well, 2 days from now actually. I'm away for 12 days, and I need to get back home within 12 days. So kind of halfway Sicily, obviously. Anyway, let's get this show on the road. Okay, so I'm all packed away, and I've entered Naples, or Napoli, into the sat-nav. I've still got no motorway selected. It says it's going to take me 12 hours. So realistically, I'm not getting there today. Or I have to change my plan and revert to doing some motorway miles, which will probably halve it. But I will start off by sticking to the current plan and make my way down the coast, I think, most of the way. Right, I have to shut the gate behind me. So a very basic campsite, but it did the job. I got a shower. It was fine. There we go, that'll do. No, it won't. That'll do. And last night as I rode in here, this was such a stunning little road. It really was quite incredible. I'm assuming it's going to take me out the same way as I came in. It doesn't actually tell me which way to go at the moment. So I'm definitely not going to be calling in on Rome today. I'm just going to get some miles done. I would like to make it to Sicily if I can, and maybe on the way back I will pay Rome a visit. Like I say, I have been there before, so I don't desperately feel the need to go, and to do it justice you need more than a couple of hours, obviously. But it's all about the riding, and the riding should be spectacular, and you're invited. A little bit late for me getting on the road, about 9:30, 20 to 10, something like that. I'm usually up and at 'em by 8 or 7:30, but being a bit more relaxed. Do we have a view? Yes, we do. Good morning, Italy. How are you? Okay, right, so I'm making an executive decision now. I've been riding for a while, about an hour. Yeah, I've been making very little progress. It's very slow, kind of 30 kilometers an hour limit most of the way, lots of speed cameras. I'm not even hugging the coast particularly, I'm just inland. I'm going through some very pretty looking towns, but I would really like to get to Naples tonight, so I'm going to do the terrible thing of removing the avoid motorways thing on the sat-nav and get myself back onto the motorway, cover some miles. There's 350 miles to Naples. Once I've got to Naples, if I spend the night there, that would be quite a nice place to spend the night, I think. And then I've got Pompeii the next day and the Amalfi Coast, rather than spending a lot of time riding through rural Italy, which is beautiful. It's beautiful, but I want to get to the kind of the scenic spots. So that is my plan. I'm going to rejig my route. When I'm on the motorway, I'm going to stop and get a coffee because I've not had one today and I would quite like that. And to get some miles under my belt. Done. I've removed the avoid motorway choice. So now let's see how long it's going to take. Start new route. So it was saying 12 hours. What difference is this going to make? 6 hours 14, it's halved it. It's a no-brainer. Get myself to Naples, spend the night there, and then I've got Pompeii and the Amalfi Coast. It'll be beautiful. That's my plan. Obviously there may be people in the comments saying, oh, you shouldn't go on the motorways all the time and stuff like that, but if I had more than 12 days, I would poodle down through rural Italy and the coast where I can at 30 kilometers an hour. I'd save a load of fuel, probably, certainly a load on tolls, and it would take me a month to do this trip. So I'm making it work for me. So I'll be back on the autostrada, and I dare say spending 30 euros or so on tolls, but so be it. Now I arrive at quarter to 5 at Naples, which will be time to find somewhere to either camp, which would be good actually to get the tent dry because it's soaking wet, or find an Airbnb, as opposed to arriving at 10 o'clock at night. Motorcycle touring on a time schedule and a budget is a bit of a compromise, as is everything in life, I guess. Yeah, this is definitely the right choice. So I miss all the conversations when I'm not filming, and it's obviously a bit odd to start filming as soon as you start chatting to people, but that couple there I just had a nice chat with. He's from Germany, she's from the States, they live in Rome, work from home, and 4 nights of the week they go travelling around Italy. That sounds like a pretty cool way of life, I think. Right, I'm glad I stopped. I've had a coffee, a croissant, and I shall get to Naples before the day's out. And then tomorrow is going to be a day of culture. I shall visit Pompeii, I shall ride along the Amalfi Coast, and hopefully make it almost to Sicily, if not to Sicily. Let's get some miles done. Sea is just over there. Go and find myself somewhere nice to sit, to have a spot of lunch. Bike's doing a good job. I feel like I have a plan. Spot of lunch. Well, I think what I'm going to do is go and sit over on the end there, have my lunch, soak up a bit of sunshine, appreciate the fact that I have made it a fair old way down the coast of Italy now. Fingers crossed, all is going well. There are worse places you could be. Fantastic. Right, better get on. There's the Sicily with my name on it. Well, this will be the traffic of a capital city then. But the good news is it's 24 degrees. That's my kind of weather. I'm afraid I don't nip round the edge of things like the locals do. At times it's a bit like riding through Marrakesh. Bit of a free-for-all. Fighting my way through this traffic has made my mind up for me. I'm not going to try and get into Rome on the way home. I'd rather make better time clawing my way up the country and then explore Switzerland or something a bit more on the way back. It's just too much. I'm not a big city boy when it comes to driving or riding. The lorry drivers are very horn happy. They make me jump every time they sound their horns because they're so loud, particularly if they're right by the side of me. And the local motorcyclists seem to use the hard shoulder, if it is a hard shoulder, to blast past at about 60 miles an hour, which can't be that safe when you get to a junction. That'll be the horns again. I don't know if you heard that. And if Naples, Napoli, or Napoli, I don't know how you pronounce it properly, if that's anything like this, then I'm going to steer clear of that and head for Pompeii today. There we go, up the hard shoulder. 0.3 of a mile till I turn off. I'll be glad to get off of this road. Whatever I do, I mustn't miss the turn-in. It's just a bit too busy for me, I'm afraid. See, there we go, make me jump again. At least this road is a bit clearer. Thank goodness. time to stretch my legs and have a coffee and have a little look at what my options might be for later. At the minute it says 10 to 6 for me arriving at Naples. Now I want either a campsite or an Airbnb, and I don't necessarily need to be in Naples. I could be a bit further south heading towards Pompeii. I will have a look at my options over a cup of coffee. Result, I've booked myself a campsite. It's roughly between Naples and Pompeii, and it was a bit expensive, 30 euros, but it looks like a decent campsite where I should get a good shower, all that kind of stuff. Maybe even get some stuff charged up if they've got a clubhouse or something, I don't know. And I can always wander into Naples or Pompeii to get myself some dinner. So game on. I think this is going to be the end of the motorway miles for today. I've only just remembered that I took a ticket for the toll ages ago, so long ago that I've almost forgotten I'd taken it, so I've got a sneaky feeling it's going to be an expensive one. Anyway, 9 miles to my campsite, and then I can get the tent up. The tent is going to be soaked through, but that beautiful sun up there will dry it out. Seems one lorry driver sounds their horn, all the others in the local vicinity do as well. What a beautiful evening. How much is this going to cost? I wonder. Bound to find out. $16.10, that's actually far better than I expected. Awesome. That is much cheaper than I expected. I've been on the road for a long time on that ticket. Alright, where am I going? End of the motorway, that's good. Oh, a place called Angry. Well, I'm not angry, even if I get cut up by a car. It's all a bit like mayhem here. I've had red lights that people ignore. I don't know who's got the right of way. All a bit interesting. And 2.7 miles to the campsite, could take a while.
First thing on a sign that said Pompeii. I know I'm either at Pompeii or just outside of it. It's been a good day's ride in. It's been very relaxed and I've still covered over 400 miles getting myself from Livorno roughly all the way down to Pompeii. And I think what I should probably do when I get to the campsite, I'll check in, find my pitch, and then I'm going to say goodnight. And what I will do is show you on the map tomorrow where I've been today. Tomorrow I plan to have a bit of a look around Pompeii, then ride down the Amalfi Coast, and I need to be getting pretty close to Sicily if I'm going to actually make it. I think Villa Giulia is the what I'm after. Villa Giulia up there. I will be very ready, as enjoyable as it's been, I will be very ready to call it a day. This looks promising. Villa Giulia. A reception. Right, I will go and park up. But it certainly looks a bit more upmarket than yesterday's campsite did, have to say. Oh, that's loose gravel. I'm going to check in and then I'm going to pitch my tent for the night. So I'm going to take this opportunity to end today's video, and I hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you tomorrow morning in the next one. Bye bye.